In verse 8, in Scotland there was a big flock of sheep. And this sheep herd was about 1,400. And they had a shepherd who was lazy. And he was lazy, and his sheepdog was, you guessed it, lazy. And on one particular day when he decided to sleep in, the dog was sleeping in next to him. And the gate, there was a little bit ajar. And a couple of those sheep were kind of bumping it a little bit and opened it wide open. And one of those sheep started walking out. And you know how sheep are? Dumb. The next sheep followed, and the next sheep followed, and pretty soon there was a big line of sheep following the sheep, and he's just bawling along, and he came to a cliff. And he does what sheep do when they get to a cliff. They get curious and baw, baw, baw! And the next one, baw! And the next one. And 1,400 sheep fell over the cliff. Only about 400 of them died, though, because the others landed on a nice soft landing and bounced and kept going. They had a lazy shepherd and a lazy sheepdog, and it cost them going the wrong direction. It cost many of them their lives. Purina Dog Chow has a contest every year for the best dog in America. And last year it was a dog by the name of Casper. He lives in Wyoming. He's a sheepdog. He's a great sheepdog. He's diligent. He's vigilant. He barks at the sheep. He snips at them a little bit. But he leads them to good pasture, and he leads them back. And when he sees a fox or when he sees a wolf or a coyote, he does his best to chase them off. One particular afternoon, as all the sheep were out there, there was 11 coyotes came by. And these 11 coyotes were hungry, and they saw that flock of sheep, and so they wanted to devour them. But Casper was there. Ruff, ruff! And they started barking back and forth, and they started surrounding Casper. He went for the biggest one first, and for a half hour they were tussling back and forth. By the end of all the biting and clawing and barking, 8 of those coyotes were dead on the ground. He would use what little strength he had left to chase off the last 3. When the shepherd came and he saw his wounded dog that had been bitten and was bloody and beaten, his heart was broken. What a good dog. And so immediately he took it to the local veterinarian who patched it up and said, hey, there's a lot of problems. This dog got bitten up by 11 coyotes against 1 dog. He didn't lose 1 sheep either. And the owner was so moved by the sacrifice of the dog, he flew him all the way to Atlanta where the best veterinarians were there, and it was going to be a massive bill. And then Purina Dog Chow decided, hey, we're going to step in. This guy's the dog of the year. And they brought in the best surgeons, and they patched him up, and then they put him on dog commercials. And you've probably seen him on TV. Now he lives the life every dog wants to live. He got a 16-acre farm, or he can just come back and go back. And everybody loves the dog. Why? Because he was a good dog. He was a good shepherd. When the wolves came, he wasn't a hireling that ran. He didn't have another agenda. His job was to lead and protect the sheep. Father